What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Dogecoin today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. It is the 8th day of September, and here we are, sitting at about 24.2 cents, moving up. The last video that I made on Dogecoin was on the 6th. It might have been right at the beginning of this day, the 7th, I can't remember. But I think it was right on the beginning, but we were talking about how Dogecoin is going to break out. I think the video title was Massive Pump Incoming. And this is the beginning of that, right? The prospects that we were talking about was seeing Dogecoin at $1 or more by the end of this move, right? Looking at its all-time history, every cycle that we've had, even here, we've seen these massive movements in the short term, massive movements, okay? Long accumulation phase here, long accumulation phase here, massive movement afterwards. We haven't seen these massive movements this cycle. This is a pretty massive move, but not a Dogecoin move. Maybe that's massive for Bitcoin or Ethereum, but we're in this long accumulation phase as well here. We haven't seen our massive move. The massive move breaks out of these channels, and we haven't done that yet. So this move, I think, is the one. This is the one that's going to take us. It's the 1-to-1, right? It's the one move that's taken us to $1. It's the 1-to-1. And it's happening now. It's happening right before our eyes. Now, is it just going to be a straight shot up there? Will there not be volatility along the way? Of course, there will be volatility along the way. There's going to be 20% drops, 40% drops, maybe even, right? Something like that. Crazy volatility along the way. But all in all, I expect Dogecoin is right now on the precipice of greatness. We're probably going to see this thing by the end of October at new all-time highs. That would be my guess. This thing moves very fast. And if it's not by the end of October, certainly by the end of the year. But I don't know. Are you gonna move like this? I would think so, more like that, and that's like the beginning of November. Or are you going to move like this? It could be. I mean, that's the end of the year, tomato, whatever. But you're going to see some immaculate growth here or there, right? I want to look at the short-term stuff, then we'll zoom out. We'll make sense out of these targets that are above $1. But before we get there, let's look at the 1 hour time frame, okay? Looking at this here. Shout out to all the haters who, 2 days ago or 3 days ago, whenever it was the 6th or the 7th, whenever we were at like 21.5 cents, and I was saying a massive pump's incoming. I had a lot of people saying, you're going to get your viewers wrecked. It's never going to $1. Well, here we are, guys. How do you like them apples so far, man? I like them apples. They're pretty sweet apples right now. Unless you're a bear, it might taste a little sour. Anyways, here we are, high to low. Breaking above the golden ratio, man. That's a powerful move. That's definitely a powerful move. I like to see it. Let's see. The RSI, that is beautiful. That is immaculate behavior. Stochastics are great. The MACD is great. All of it. Beautiful. We love to see it. Perfect on the 1 hour. I doubt it stops here, man. 4 hour time frame looks good. Stochastics, RSI looks good as well. You're just getting started, man. Absolutely you are. And I theorized, I said this in the last video, I think Dogecoin's going to be one of those coins that kind of front runs the rest of the market. I think we'll see this thing pump. Bitcoin and the rest of the market might come down over the next week. Dogecoin might even come down a little bit this week. That's fine. We're at 24 cents now. Could we go back down to 23 cents? Maybe. But we'll come back up. I think that we're going to take off here at a very spectacular pace. And it's very possible that we come back down, but man, that 4 hour and that 1 hour time frame just looks bullish as hell. Stochastics on the daily, the MACD, the RSI, all of it is very bullish. And we've broken out of this range here, very immaculate behavior. I want to look at this because we looked at the that long-term stuff. I don't think that we need it anymore. Let's look at this with Binance so that we get some volume on it, okay? Doge, tether us, tether US. Good bit of volume, yeah. Yesterday we had above average volume. That's good. That's good to see. We didn't have a lot of volume the day before, but that volume increasing for that continuation upwards, that's exactly what you want to see. We are here at prior resistance. So again, if today we form a little bit of turbulence, that's okay. We do have some pretty hot readings on all of our indicators right now. So if we were to consolidate a little bit, that's fine. But all in all, when Dogecoin moves, man, it moves. Now, this was a nice pump here, but look at that. From a high to low, we dropped over 20%, right? Or about 20%. High to low here, we dropped about 20%. High to low here, we dropped like 25%. There is volatility on the way. So I don't expect it's just going to be a straight shot up all the way, but we're going to have days like this. We're going to have days for Dogecoin where it's moving up 26%. Back-to-back days in a row. Weeks where it's moving up 100% even. That's going to happen. We're at 24 cents now. We got a lot of growth to go. And overall, I think what we've done here is we've taken a downtrend, had a soft curve here, and now we're ready to come up, right? You can see it. I didn't draw it the best, but you can see what I'm going for, right? Looking at this on the weekly time frame, zooming out here. I mean, talk about that soft curve, man. I can't draw it because it's just so far out. I can't draw it, man. I'm trying. You can see it with your eyes, though, right? The soft curve. It's near parabolic behavior. If we're taking the all-time high from last cycle to the bear market low here, You're very constructive on these fibs, very, very constructive. The fact that you hit the 786, and let me tell you something right now, okay? And this is something that I personally, I'm not an expert, but I have a lot of experience doing this. I have a lot of experience doing this. Most people in the crypto space do not have the amount of experience I do whenever it comes to the Fibonacci retracement tool. Okay, I've been doing this, I've been doing technical analysis for almost 10 years. The fib is my bread and butter. It's the thing that I've paid the most attention to, that I've learned the most with, that I've spent the most time deep diving into as far as like pattern recognition goes. So whenever I say this, this is coming straight from the horse's mouth as far as experience goes. Okay, I'm not an expert. I'm definitely no. I don't think anybody's an expert whenever it comes to crypto. It's too new of a space. What's an expert? Somebody that's studied it for 20 years. Crypto hasn't existed for 20 years. I don't know what is an expert. What makes you an expert? What makes me an expert? But I am just saying I do have a lot of experience as far as trading goes and as far as technical analysis goes. And the bread and butter to that for me is Fibonacci retracement tool. Okay, so when I say this, I'm not just saying this for fun. Okay, this is real. Whenever you hit the 786 like this, whenever that's your target, you come back, you retrace whatever. The next instance, just think about it like this, right? From here, from the low, you hit the 382. The next time, you stop just below the golden ratio. The next time, you hit the 786, 886. Where's the next target? It's not the 100. It's not the 100. The next target is the 1272. Where is that? That's at $1.54. That's crazy, C-Zar. We're at 24 cents. Dogecoin is going to move to $1.54. What are you talking about, man? That's not going to happen. This is Dogecoin. That's what I'm talking about, man. This is going to happen. Absolutely it is. You're probably going to have something big happen with like Tesla or the Mavericks or X.com or Robotaxi. I don't know. There's going to be something big where they accept Dogecoin as a form of payment for something. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I don't have insider information. I just know how this shenanigans works, right? I've been here before. You don't need positive news to back up the price, but you get positive news to back up the price because people who are invested in this thing, they'll promote bullish stories at the top to incentivize retail to buy in so they can offload, so they can sell to you. And then you panic sell down here, and who buys it back? The same people that sold it to you. You know, it's just a vicious cycle of manipulation. But that's what happens. So to back up the positive price action, they say, show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. I'm telling you right now, we're going here. What's going to happen whenever we're up here? We're going to get some good news. And it's probably going to be something like I just said. There's going to be some kind of real world entanglement as far as acceptance goes. But $1.54, that'd be the first target area. High to low here. Dogecoin does not find resistance at its all-time highs. It never has, right? Like we go above the all-time highs every time. If you don't stop at $1.54, if you stop at a lower price, the only lower price that I would entertain would be something around $1.09. But I really wouldn't be surprised. That 1886 lines up very well with the 1272. If we take this high here to this low here, where did you stop? Right there. Boom. That high was at the 1886 here. You've already shown significance at it there. I very much believe that that's where we're going. Is somewhere like $1.54 to $1.10. Okay, that's absolutely undeniably where Dogecoin's going to go. If I had to guess when it'll be there, I would say probably by the end of October, if not sometime in November. It could happen. Certainly by the end of the year. And then going into early 2026, Q2 of 2026, we should be making way for that $4 target, right? And again, I'm going to get the haters, the trolls, that I'd be surprised if they came out now. They only come out whenever it's down. So the fact that it's up, it might scare them away. But it's not up that much, so you never know. I'm going to get the guys who are in their first bull market and they think they know what they're talking about, but they have no clue, right? I've been in this since 2015. They've been in this for a very short amount of time. And they're going to try and say things. Hey, hold on, you guys. Hold on. Hey, Fern. All right. But it's going to $4. That's all I'm trying to say, right? I know, and the reason why we know it's going to $4 is because it's a very attainable market cap. Yes, $600 billion is a lot of money, but the reality is, again, Dogecoin has more real world use case than 99% of cryptos do. It's not that it's more suited for that, it's just that it has that. You can actually buy real world goods with Dogecoin, and there's plans for more real world goods to be utilized. It's more feasible than the dollar is. Its inflation rate is actually better. It is literally more sound money than the US dollar is. As time goes on, there's an unlimited supply. It's an infinite supply cap, but it has a fixed amount that it inflates every single year, and the rate of inflation decreases every year because of that fixed amount. So its rate of inflation, it's inflationary at a deflationary rate. As time goes on, its rate of inflation will approach zero. It has an asymptotic relationship to zero. If you don't know what that means, look it up. It just means like if this is 0%, you're at 1 point whatever percent now, or 2 point whatever percent now, or 3, I don't know what it is. You will approach zero without ever getting there, and eventually it'll flatline. But you'll slowly, but you'll go from like 0.1% to 0.01%, 0.001%, and as it goes on, it'll always be inflationary, but it'll get more and more diminished, the rate of inflation, as time goes on. The dollar will always have, they shoot for a 3%, 2% rate of inflation every year. That it's by definition, as time goes on, Dogecoin will get more valuable. It's literally harder money than the dollar is. And it's the first meme coin in crypto. It's the first meme coin that ever existed in human history. It's been relevant throughout its whole life, and it's only gained more relevance, right? You have some of the most, it's the only coin that I can think of that you have, other than like Bitcoin or Ethereum, that you have billionaires publicly advocating for it. Vlad Tenev, Mark Cuban, Elon Musk. I'm missing someone else. There's someone else that there's like 5 of them, and I'm missing 2 other people. But you don't have that. You don't have billionaires publicly advocating for Dogecoin or for other cryptos. Anyways, I'm just saying $600 billion, $700 billion market cap, that's what it takes to get us to $4. I see it happening. It's probably going to happen by the end of this cycle. Yeah. I don't have anything else I want to say. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Massive pump incoming. $1 to $1.10 to $1.54. Take care. Bye.